Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing a rapid-fire rundown of 15 major vehicles hit with critical safety recalls in 2026. Whether you're daily driving a top-selling pickup, cruising in a high-tech EV, or even managing heavy commercial rigs, this list literally spans the entire automotive spectrum. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know, zeroing in strictly on the make, the model, the year, and the exact problem, so you can make sure you're staying safe out there on the road. All right, let's jump right in and group these 15 vehicles into four main hazard categories: critical fire and battery risks, mechanical and structural flaws, software and system failures, and heavy-duty and payload errors. Starting off with Category 1, critical fire and battery risks. Let's look at the first two vehicles on our radar. If you've got a 2018 to 2024 Jeep Wrangler or Gladiator, listen up. There is a serious wiring fault in the electro-hydraulic power steering module. It can short circuit and spark an engine bay fire. And here's the really scary part. This can happen even when the ignition is completely off and the truck is just sitting there. Then we have the 2020 to 2024 Kia Telluride. For over 460,000 of these wildly popular crossovers, the front power seat slide knob can just physically stick in place. When it does, that electric motor runs continuously, gets super hot, and can actually ignite the surrounding interior trim, whether you're cruising down the highway or totally parked. To put that into perspective, over 1 million of those Wranglers and Gladiators alone are at risk of a sudden engine bay fire. 1 million. Because of the sheer volume and how unpredictable these electrical shorts actually are, owners are getting some very strict advice right now. You absolutely must park these vehicles outdoors and far away from any structures until you can get the fix applied. Now let's see how this fire risk spills over into the EV sector. We're looking at the 2023 to 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 5, the 2022 to 2024 Kia EV6, and the brand new 2024 Kia EV9. For all these models, the problem is buried deep inside the high-voltage battery pack. A defective electrode alignment can trigger an internal micro-short circuit, and you probably know what that means: thermal runaway. It's a cascading temperature failure that leads directly to intense, hard-to-extinguish battery fires. What's kind of fascinating about this is how modern corporate engineering links these specific electric vehicles together. Because Kia and Hyundai share their underlying high-voltage EV architecture, a single shared manufacturing flaw, those misaligned internal electrodes, means both brands ended up with models that can short out under a heavy load or even while just charging. So the immediate action for owners here: you need to limit your charging to 80%. And again, keep it parked outside until the dealer can safely swap out those entire battery assemblies. Moving right along to Category 2, mechanical and structural flaws. Here we've got three totally distinct physical failures. For the 2025 and 2026 Hyundai Kona and Kona Electric, a worn manufacturing die at the supplier means the rear center seatbelt buckle can literally snap during a crash, leaving a passenger completely unrestrained. Meanwhile, the 2025 Nissan Sentra is dealing with a manufacturing imperfection where the front driveshaft can just shear completely off under acceleration. That means a sudden, total loss of power, and it won't even let the transmission hold the car in park. And taking a look at the 2016 to 2019 Ford Explorer, retaining clips on the exterior windshield A-pillar trim can degrade and break loose. If you're doing highway speeds, that plastic molding can detach entirely, flying off like hazardous debris right into the path of whoever is behind you. But honestly, those individual component failures kind of pale in comparison to the staggering number: 880,514. That is how many Honda and Acura SUVs are currently facing a catastrophic rear frame issue that could completely destroy the structural stability of the vehicle. Let's break down exactly which rides make up that massive number. We're talking about the 2014 to 2020 Acura MDX, the 2016 to 2022 Honda Pilot, the 2017 to 2023 Honda Ridgeline, and the 2019 to 2023 Honda Passport. The root cause here is a factory flaw in the paint e-coating process on the rear subframe assembly. Basically, it causes poor paint adhesion and premature peeling near the suspension arm welds. Now, if you drive one of these models in one of the 22 Salt Belt states or Washington, D.C., places like Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, or Michigan, heavy road salt causes severe corrosion. The rust gets so incredibly bad that the rear suspension mounting point can just snap completely off, causing a total loss of stability. Dealers are having to inspect these and either bolt on a specialized reinforcement kit or just fully replace the entire rear subframe on the house. All right, on to Category 3, software and system failures. We're tracking three major software-driven faults here. starting with the 2018 to 2021 Ford Expedition and Lincoln Navigator, plus the 2021 Ford F-150. A software glitch in the transmission control logic can actually damage the internal park pawl mechanism. This prevents that 10-speed transmission from fully engaging park, meaning these massive trucks can unexpectedly roll right away after you hop out. Over in the EV space, the 2026 Cadillac Vistic has a system bug where its power-folding third-row seats fail to automatically detect resistance. That creates a really severe pinch and entrapment hazard if something or someone is in the way. And then there's the 2026 Amazon Zoox autonomous robotaxis, which suffered from a major navigation logic failure. And in a truly bizarre twist regarding that Zoox recall, the entire robotaxi fleet had to be grounded over a highly specific, real-world scenario. The autonomous system encountered heavy smoke at an active structure fire, basically panicked, slammed on its brakes, and literally blocked actual fire engines and emergency personnel from doing their jobs. It is a wild example of how even the most advanced software still struggles with the chaos of unpredictable emergency environments. Finally, let's tackle Category 4, heavy-duty and payload errors. Let's review these final 3 issues. First up, the 2019 to 2026 Subaru Ascent, Crosstrek, and Forester. The certification label on the door pillar actually has incorrect load-carrying capacity figures. Overloading your car based on this bad data can easily overwhelm your tires and suspension. Similarly, for the 2026 Toyota Tundra, trucks that were modified prior to first dealer delivery received incorrect load capacity modification placards. That threatens unexpected tire failure if owners exceed the true limit. Then, scaling way up, we have the 2016 to 2027 Peterbilt 579 and Kenworth C680 tractors. The trailer air connection quick-release valve in their pneumatic brake system was installed incorrectly at the factory. This improper air release directly causes unstable or delayed braking response on massive connected trailers. And speaking of heavy commercial rigs, nearly 3,800 of the 2026 Volvo VHD, VNL, VNR, and VAH trucks were recalled for a genuinely terrifying reason. Factory workers simply didn't sufficiently torque the fasteners that attach the steering arm to the steering knuckle. Because of that basic factory oversight, a loose steering arm can completely detach, resulting in a sudden, immediate loss of steering control while you're out there hauling massive cargo. So we just rapidly covered a massive spectrum of automotive risks, everything from electric vehicles catching fire in driveways to heavy-duty trucks losing their steering and even robo-taxis blocking fire engines. Check your VINs and schedule your free fix if your ride is affected. But this definitely leaves us with a bigger question to ponder. As vehicles become heavier, more computerized, and incredibly complex, is this rising tide of massive recalls just the new normal for the auto industry? Let us know what you think.